Hey everybody, it's the Uneducation of a Nation, and I'm here to uneducate you. That's right, I want to take the Jew out of the education, folks. Listen, if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, go and watch that first, okay? And then come back and watch this, all right? Anyway, this is going to be the last host code tutorial I do, at least for a while. I'm going to go back to doing my news videos and whatever else I think up, you know what I mean? But what I'm about to show you on this poster board right here is not as important as the last half of this video, but I have to show you this where you can see how many times they use the same initials code, okay? So let's start with Jim Jones. You know who Jim Jones is? This guy was a cult leader, supposedly, who had his members commit mass suicide all in one day back in 1978, I think. You know, this is like 40 years ago, okay? And 900 people were supposedly killed, okay, on that day. And look, he's got the same initials, okay? That's what I want you to see, all right? Now, Benazir Bhutto, you know who that is? She was the Pakistani prime minister, okay? She was the head of Pakistan at the time, and she was assassinated, okay? And look, she's got the same initials, and look, it even has that butt sound. Okay, you remember that Joey Buttafuoco? Remember that guy? He was he had a lover who almost killed his wife. Her name was Amy Fisher, and the guy's name was Joey Buttafuoco. Okay, and you know what it sounds like, that word, Buttafuoco. Okay, if you look it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, what I'm trying to show you here, he's got the same initials, Benazir Bhutto. I mean, it's a woman. This is a prime minister is a woman. Benazir Bhutto is a woman. And she's got the Ben. You know what Ben means in Hebrew? It means the sun. Okay, because the sun is the code. The man and the sun are the top two codes. But it's the same initials that I want you to see here, okay? And like I said, it's got that, it looks like the word but if that H isn't there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know Sully Sullenberger, and by the way, this happened in 2007. So Sully Sullenberger, you know who this is? He was a Jew pilot, okay, supposedly who saved all these people by landing his plane into the ocean. Okay, do you understand that that is an impossibility to land that plane without the plane crash, you know, breaking up into pieces, okay? There is no way you can land a plane in the ocean. All right, do you understand that? It's impossible. And because it was all CGI, okay? You understand that? There was nothing about that story that was believable. So he was the pilot and no one was killed in that crash, okay? Into the Hudson River, okay? It was in, you see that? It's got the sun in it, besides having the same initials. Hold on, I got a cough. Sorry about that. Oh, man. So Hudson, right? It's got the sun, he's got the same initials, and HUD, H-U-D, equals 33, okay? Do you see what I'm trying to show you here? Okay? Now, Richard Ramirez, this guy was called the Night Stalker back in 1984, okay? And he killed a bunch of people and raped people and stuff like that, women. And he's got the same initials. You see that? And he's got the Ram in his name. Okay, the Ram is the third most word they use in all their unbelievable stories. Okay, and remember, Richard is Dick. Okay? You know the name Richard, not abbreviated, another name for Richard is Dick. So you got Richard Ramirez, same initial. He's got the Ram. You remember JonBenét Ramsey? Remember that story about that little kid? Okay, and JonBenét has the Ben, which I told you. Ben is the son, and she's got the Ram in Ramsey, JonBenét Ramsey. Okay, and then you have Richard Reed. He was arrested right after 9/11 because he was trying to blow up his shoe. He was a shoe bomber. I mean, can you believe the nonsense, okay? And then you had the underwear bomber. I forgot all about that guy. I should have looked it up, what his name was. The underwear bomber came after Richard Reed, who was the shoe bomber. Again, with the same initials, you see? Okay? And then you have Richard Rojas. You know who this is? This was the Times Square car attacker. Okay? He took his car and rammed it into people in Times Square, whatever, New York or Manhattan. I don't know where the hell that place is. But if it's in Manhattan, then you know it's the man in the story also. And he's got the same initials, right? And he's got the RO. RO equals 33, okay? And who was the only person to die in that Times Square attack? It was a person named Alyssa Ellsman, again with the man in the story, okay? And she's got the ass backwards right there. You see it? So like I said, the last part of this video is going to be the best part, but right here I want to show you that even in sports, they use this code, okay? Now, in 1998, these two idiots named Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were battling it out for who could hit the most home runs in 1 year. They broke the record for most home runs that was by a guy named Roger Maris, who had the record for years, okay? For like 50 years he had that record. And Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire had already passed that, but now they're battling it out for that 1 year who could hit the most home runs. And look at that. His name is Sammy Sosa, same initials, and Mark McGwire, same initials, okay? And he's got the Sam, S-A-M equals 33. Mark has the Ram backwards. You see it? And in the word McGwire, you have the C-G-W, which equals 33. Because the W is the 23rd letter. The G is the 7th letter, makes 30, and the C is the 3rd letter, which makes 33. So even he has the 33 in their names, okay? Now, 3 years later, okay, Barry Bonds breaks the record for the most home runs in one season. So he broke Mark McGwire's record, okay? And Barry Bonds has the same initials. And he's got the O-N-D, which equals 33. Just like this, you know, those three letters make the word Don, like in Donald. Because I told you Don equals 33. So here's the best part of the video, okay? And if this doesn't prove it to you that this same initials code is a code for that unbelievable stories, you understand what I'm saying? That's the code. Okay, the same initials. Look at this. You remember Gabrielle Giffords? She was the congresswoman or House of Representative women, whatever. She was shot. And where was she shot? Okay, it was in Tucson. And Tucson has the sun in it. Okay? You understand? And she's got the same initials. Okay? These are not coincidences. Okay? Do you remember Ronald Reagan? He was the president back in the 80s. And there was an attempted assassination by a guy named John Hinckley Jr., okay? And John has the J-O-H, which I told you, equals 33, but there wasn't much in his name as far as I could see. But Ronald Reagan has the same initials. He's got the R-O for the 33, and he was coming out of the Hilton Hotel, which is the same initials. I told you they use that in every part of the story. Whatever part you can see it, they use it, okay? Just like in 9/11, it was an American Airlines plane, AA, you understand? So Hilton Hotel, same initials. And it happened on 3/30, the date. Okay, so there's your 33 code. Do you understand? The date was March 30th. And now, here's the biggest one. When I say the biggest one, I'm talking about like with the codes. Oh, sorry, hold on. I dropped my thing right here. Listen to this. So Steve Scalise, he was a congressman, okay? Just like she was a congresswoman, okay? So there's your man in the story, congressman, okay? And who shot him? James Hodgkinson, again with the sun, okay? And where did it happen, this shooting? The congressmen were playing a baseball game at a place called Eugene Simpson Park in Washington, D.C. And it's got the sun in Simpson, okay? You understand? These are not coincidences, man. Okay, and by the way, Eugene, the E-U-G equals 33. Okay, U is the 21st letter. G is the 7th letter. That's 28. Plus the E is the 5th letter. That's 33. And this is the last part of the video. And you know Eugene, Oregon. There's a place called Eugene, Oregon. Remember, this is Eugene Simpson Park in Washington, D.C. But there's a place in Oregon which is called Eugene, Oregon. And look, Oregon, this is how you abbreviate it. O-R, right? And I told you O-R equals 33, right? So remember, Oregon, OR, that's how it's abbreviated, is 33, right? And what state is Oregon? Which number? Okay? It is the 33rd state. Can you believe this, man? Do you understand what I'm trying to show you here? That the OR is the code, okay? Because, like I just told you, Oregon is the 33rd state. I mean, can you believe this? And it's abbreviated OR equals 33. There is no such thing as coincidences like this, okay? Like I said, folks, if this doesn't prove it to you, what I'm saying to you in all my news videos, you know what I'm saying? If you can't understand logic, then there is no hope for you. Anyway, folks, end of video.